people are coming in, I'll introduce myself. I am Marisha. I am a school-based speech-language pathologist who works with preschool through 6th graders, and I also blog over at Road to Speech. Hi everyone, I am glad you're here. So I will turn this around. I just got a new phone. Hey, it worked. Oh, no it didn't. Okay, there it goes. I just got a new phone, so I'm nervous about like all the buttons and stuff, but seems like it's working, so yay. So how are you guys doing on this Monday? I just came back from spring break, so this Monday was like, oh my goodness. I was excited to be back, but it's also like, kind of like my breaks. But I hope you guys are all doing well. So today oh, you came back too from break. That's awesome. I hope you had a good break, Tina. So, yeah, so today I'm talking about lesson planning. I've gotten a lot of you seem like that's one thing that you're struggling with. And I definitely don't have it down perfectly, but I thought I'd share some of the things that I find helpful. And there's a lot of different things that I want to share. So today's just like a small piece, and then I'll share more as we go along. And if you're new to this, because I'm seeing some new names, I think, or even if you've been a couple times, feel free to type in your name and like what kind of population you work with, if you're an SLP, or just share something about you so we can get to know each other too. So lesson plans. So where to start, right? So today I'm talking about how I organize my materials, and I'll give you 3 ideas to go. Oh, Karen, nice. That's exciting. Are you going to be working in the schools, Karen? Ooh, wow, births at 21. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, keep letting it go, and I'll rewatch it. So even if I don't respond, I'm going to see it. So, because I really want to get to know you guys. But so this is just a quick view. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm so excited to come back and read. I would just watch this the whole time. But so I shared my IEP kind of list. And I also use something similar for my lesson plans, and it's now added to my my editable checklist bundle. Oh, thank you guys for the hearts. But you can totally make this on your own. So I just have like the different areas that I work with. So I have like my preschoolers. I have 2 kind of different groups of preschoolers, and then like artic and language and all of that. And then on this side, I have the theme that I picked and the book that because I love using books in therapy. I feel like I can target pretty much any goal using a book. So that's definitely a good thing. And then I have my to-do list here. And then I also have just like, I printed off a couple, but this is like more of a generic version. So you can change the things around to kind of make it fit your own, but you could quickly make up one of these. So that's what I use. So on Fridays or sometimes Monday mornings, I kind of go through this so I know what I'm doing with all of my things. Yes, being organized is lots of fun. So yeah, so that's how I get started with my lesson plan. And then once I have this all listed out, I know that I'm going to need a lot of materials. And I don't know if this has happened to you, but I used to kind of just pile up all of my materials. So I'd have a stack of my worksheets and like the pieces to my craft and all of that. Because I like doing a lot of craftivities too. But then I'd have this pile, and a group of kids would come in, and then I'd be kind of like shuffling through all the papers trying to find what I need for that lesson. And I am a speech therapist, and I work with preschool through 6th grade. So yes, so I would have like this stack, and then I'd be trying to find it, or something would get misplaced, and then it's like, oh my goodness. So I hated, yeah, and then like sometimes if it's messy, like the kids mess with the stuff, and it's kind of a mess. So I realized that I really needed to find a way to organize the things that I'm using because a lot of the things are seasonal and I don't want them I don't have enough room to have everything easily accessible. So I'm going to be sharing some of the things that I use. But the materials that I use all the time, like my visuals I have hanging on the wall right by my therapy table. I have my drawer cart with kind of the general cards, like decks of cards and things. I have binders with kind of more generic activities, so I always have those that I can easily grab and go. But some of the more seasonal things and the things that I know I'm going to be using with a lot of kids, I kind of keep separate. So there's 3 places that I put that. So the first place, because I go into the preschool, I do a lot of inclusion stuff there. I do most of my therapy in the class. And then I also do some inclusion lessons. So for those guys, it's kind of like packing for a vacation. It feels like on Fridays or Mondays when I'm doing this. But I have, and I may or may not make a bag for the lessons that I'm working on. But for the preschool, I definitely have like my big giant bag where I have a set of things that I always have with me, like my visuals. And the Dabbling Speechy has some really good ones. And then I've made some of my own on Smarty symbols. And I can't remember who else I have visuals from. But those are really, really good. And then I have, I have some interactive books that I use because a lot of my kids are minimally verbal. So that's really helpful. And so I just put like the book and then I have whatever activity we're doing. So like last week or the week before spring break, we made Play-Doh. So I have all the materials and I get those ready and I put them so that when it's time to go into the preschool, I just grab it and I have everything I need because I have got my plan and my materials and it makes it really easy. And I kind of especially with the preschool, because I have no idea what kind of days those kids are going to be having. So I have a lot more than I need and I definitely over plan for those kids, but it's okay because a lot of the stuff stays the same. And then, so the first thing that I do is I pack the bags for those things. And if I need a lot of materials for a lesson, I have those. And then the second thing is I have my speech bin. So, I brought this because I didn't want to stay at school this late. So I brought this home and it doesn't have quite everything, but, I don't know if you guys saw my book bins before, but I started using this to organize my materials. So, some of my older kids are doing book clubs, which has been so much fun. I'm really excited. So I have like the books that the kids are reading, and then the materials I have, let's see. So I also have these like plastic envelopes that I put the materials in. Like this is for the book companion, the book that I read. And then I have folders with worksheets, and it's hard to do this one-handed. And I have like just the book for my social group, the book that we're reading, and then like these visuals for my book companion. And then we were feeding these to the old lady that I made, and that was a lot of fun today. So do you guys do something similar? Like put a 1 if you have like a bucket or something. And then, so it just has like today we had a really simple craftivity. We're using some stickers, and because I made a hot mess. Well, sometimes, and that's one thing I wanted to say. That's a really good point, Carrie. So I get overwhelmed kind of easily. So I have a hard time kind of getting through the day if I don't know where my things are. So it's kind of a disadvantage in a way because I need to take more time to like organize those things. So those of you that can function and work well in the hot mess, like more power to you. You don't need to have like a super organized speech room or anything, as long as it works for you and it doesn't have to, like I kind of need it to look pretty. You plan and then it falls apart within the first hour. So, yeah, but I've found that having this, and then it's nice because with a bucket, the kids get used to the routine, and they know that they need to help clean up their materials, and we do that as we're like reviewing what we worked on, reviewing their goals, and kind of checking in. So they help me clean up, and it helps them take some ownership, and I kind of prefer taking a minute at the end, because then they kind of, I like that they're taking the ownership for it and everything, and then they also, it's better than me spending a couple minutes being like, oh, where's the material? What are we gonna do today? So I feel like that's a good use of time for that. So yeah, I just have like different ways to store the materials. I have some folders and the plastic things. I have 30-minute sessions. Hanging folder files is nice too. That would be an idea. Kind of like this, because it's, you can just like grab pieces, but you could do that with folders too. I haven't tried that. So yeah, any questions about the bucket or anything you wanted to see in the bucket? Let's see how much time we have. Oh, okay. Gosh, the time went by fast. So I'll share the last one really quick, because I'm over time already. Oh my goodness. So I also, because sometimes I don't have time to like make all the copies. Sometimes the copy machine is down. Show the books. Okay, I'll do that at the very end, and then, because then we can wrap up on time too. So the third thing that I do is I use, so I will show that also. I'll show the books and the this weekend speech at the end, and I'll hold it up if you want to take a screenshot. That's fine. So I also use my iPad, so that's number 3. Or you could do this on your laptop too, but I just think it saves me a lot of time when I don't have the time to make all the copies. And so I have on my blog post, if you go to roadtospeech.com, and I'll show you the contact information in a second. Hi, Keisha. So if you go to my blog, you can see the blog post, and it has more information about how I use the iPad. There's a download button to get some of the options, and this probably, I wonder if this will work. But I like doing this because like this is Kayla SLP's passage, but you can pull up any TPT product and you can like write all over it, and I can't really see. So right now I'm making arrows. You can add like smiley faces and things. So it's a really nice way to work on, and it's not showing up well, but you can get more information about that on my blog post. So it is an app, and this is there's a couple different options, and if you download the little like info thing, it has links to the blog posts or to the apps, and I believe there's one paid one, but I think it's on sale. Yeah, so hopefully the blog post will be helpful. And let me know if it's like not working or for any reason. Feel free to email me. I'll show my contact information at the very end. So so the books, so for my older kids, I have, and we kind of did a vote, and I left the book at school. So Fish in a Tree and How to Eat Fried Worms are 2 of the ones that we're doing. And then I love Fish in a Tree. If you haven't, even if you're just looking for something to read for yourself, it's an amazing book. I have an interactive piece. So, and then this is Michelle Garcia Winner's. Yeah, I'm excited to read it with my kids. Thinking with Your Eyes. So this is it's part of, what's the series called? Oh, The Incredible Flexible You. I'm using that for some social groups with my younger kids. And then I have the old lady books. I really like these. So that's that. And then you wanted to see my this weekend speech. Here, let's see. You are welcome, Tina. And this is also, if you don't, because you could easily make your own, but I also have one in my one pre-made that's editable. I don't know why I can't say that word today. So this is also in my Teachers Pay Teacher store at Road to Speech. So any other questions? I'm going to turn this around. Let's see, will it work? Okay. You are welcome. Is it Carrie Rockchalk? Is your name? I think I remember your name being Carrie. I don't remember. So here's my contact information. Let's see. Well, let's back up a minute. Okay. So there's that. If you guys want to take a screenshot of that, if you have questions, and it also has the link to my blog, just roadtospeech.com. It's pretty easy to remember though. Do you guys have any other questions? Oh, and then also I'm going to be scoping hopefully tomorrow with another speech room tour, since last time you guys asked for that. But thank you so much for coming in. I love chatting with you guys on Monday nights. And yeah, feel free to let me know if you have any other questions, and I will see you tomorrow at on my personal channel. I hope you have a great night.